Good afternoon, Cardinals fans, and welcome to the March edition of CSPN. I'm Selena Aguilar.
And I'm Reyes. Well, let's first start off with the UIW Cardinals cheer squad. They're getting ready to head to Daytona, Florida for the upcoming Nationals. Helping them gear up for the competition is Nate Carrizales, who has more on the story.
The UIW Cheer team are on their way to Daytona to compete in the NCAA national competition this April. With long practices and motivated spirits, they gave up their spring break to dedicate themselves to practicing for this year's competition.
Well, this week for spring break, we've had 2-day practices real early in the morning. We come in, practice for 2 hours. Usually our first practice is really the intense one where we work on stunning and formation changes and everything. And then when we come back for our second practice, it's really full out, put things together, make sure everything's clean. For Daytona, this is my only year to compete, so I'm really looking forward to this whole year coming together, people who have stayed through the thick and thin, and us finally hitting this routine, because through the sweat, the tears, the laughing, just for that final last push to make everything stick and kind of go out with a bang is the one thing I'm hoping for, and I know will probably happen. So I'm excited.
This is my last year. I am one of the only seniors on the team and also serving as captain. And this is going to be my last time competing, and it's a great honor, to be able to finish out these 4 years and seeing how far this program has grown from the beginning, and also how far this team has come together throughout the season and all who have stuck around. Last year we made it to finals, which was one step that we wanted to do last year, and this year we wanted to win it. We want it all this year.
We leave for Daytona in 26 days. This will be the third time for UIW Cheer to compete. Every year has been a challenge, and this year is one of those years where we are in that transition of Division I, so we will be competing in Division I. We are co-ed intermediate 1 team. With that, we'll have a fundraiser on March 21st at our softball game, and it will be a burger in a bag. It's $5. Come out and support your cheerleaders on March 21st, and let's try to get them to Daytona.
Be sure to support your UIW cheerleaders on March 21st. Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Nathan Carrizales.
Thanks, Nate. This weekend, the cheer squad will be hosting a fundraiser at the upcoming softball game on Saturday. First pitch is at noon. In other news, UIW Fellowship of Christian Athletes meets here on campus every Monday. Let's go to Trey Colbert, who has more on the story.
Every Monday, athletes gather in the Tom Benson Fieldhouse, but it's for something non-sports related.
FCA is a Fellowship of Christian Athletes. It's a nationwide organization that was made by athletes, fellowships for competitors for Christ in different sports.
A day at FCA is a lot more than just talking about Christ. They do things such as
play a game usually, then we all hang out for a little bit, we'll have a raffle, and then we talk about God.
Compared to other FCA groups in Texas, UIW's is in the top number in attendance.
When we first started here, there was about 6 of us, and then it's grown to over 30 plus.
FCA is always looking for new members, and you don't just have to be an athlete to join.
Hopefully we get the word out, you hear about FCA, and then any student can just come, show up at the field house at 7, we play some games, and then just worship God.
FCA really hopes to see new members there on Mondays at 7 o'clock. I'm Trey Colbert, reporting for UIWtv.
Thanks, Trey. Now let's head over to the court for the tennis team, who's had a rough season to this point, but here is Cy Benefeld with more on them.
The UIW men's tennis team is coming off a loss against UTSA, but that won't stop them against upcoming opponent Nicholas State University, here on March 28th.
My expectations are for our guys to fight hard. Our conference schedule is coming up pretty soon. We've handled our previous matches pretty well. Against a lot of opponents that we played in the past while we were Division II. Now we're playing Division I guys, and we're hanging in there, so it's looking good for the future.
We had a tough road schedule, but our home matches went really well. We had, I think, the most difficult schedule so far, and we took a lot from the previous matches, and they're going to help us a lot for the rest of the season.
We are actually having a good season. I mean, we had a little bit difficulties with 3 players that are important players for us. So we were a little bit down with that, but however, other players are playing good. We are fighting, and we had 2 matches that we beat against TCU and Texas A&M, so that was a good part for us. All matches that we supposed to win and we were favorites, we won.
Reporting for UIWtv, I'm Cy Benefeld.
Thanks, Si. Be sure to stick around, Cardinals. We will be back with the sports rundown after these messages.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
Welcome back, Cardinals. It's time for the sports rundown. Let's head over to the Diamond. UIW softball has had a rough start this season, currently 3-20, but is looking for a win against the Lamar Cardinals this weekend. As for UIW baseball, they are currently 6 games under 500. They are looking to turn it around when they face the Panthers from Prairie View A&M. Taking it to the water, the synchronized swimming team took a win at the South Collegiate Regional Championship. The team will be in the U.S. Collegiate Nationals on March 25th in Columbus, Ohio. Good luck, ladies.
Thanks, Selena. Now to the track. The team has recently competed at the Islanders Open down in Corpus Christi. And make sure to come on down to Benton Stadium for the UIW Quadrangle invite to support your Cardinals track team. Lastly, let's head over to the hardwood. The Cardinals squad didn't have the season they hoped for, finishing 5-24. However, this team was really young and was bit by the injury bug for the majority of the year. Look for them to return for an exciting 2015-2016 season. Now, to the men's team, who will be playing their first postseason game in the CIT this evening versus the University of Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. Cardinals fans, make sure to be at the McDermott Center to support your Cardinals. Tip-off is at 7 p.m.
That's all we have time for in this edition of CSPN. We look forward to seeing you next time on Thursday, April 9th. Make sure to check out The Chirp this Thursday here on UIWtv.
And don't forget to visit us on UIWtv.org, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. I'm Chris Reyes.
And I'm Selena Aguilar. Until next time, let's go Cardinals.